Have you ever heard the term the rider triangle? Well, this week on MCrider, we're going to talk about the rider triangle, how it affects your comfort on a motorcycle, and in turn affects your safety. Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm the host here at MCrider, where I release a weekly video every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central on motorcycle road skills or road strategy to help make you a better rider. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notifications of all future videos. Hey, happy Easter, everybody. Before we get to our training video, I wanted to let you know we've got a special edition of MCrider coming out at 9 a.m. this morning. So you get 2 MCrider videos for the price of one. So tune back in at 9 a.m. for that special video, non-motorcycle related. Or I'll have a link to it if it's already posted right down here so you can watch that as well. So let's get to this week's training video. So what is that rider triangle and how does it affect your comfort on the motorcycle? Well, let me bring up an image taken from Cycle Ergo's website. This is a 2018 Honda Goldwing, just like my white one that you see in the background. And very simply, the rider triangle is the 3 touch points that you've got with the motorcycle. So the handlebars, the seat, and the foot pegs. And if you get those right, or if you get them wrong, it really affects your comfort on a motorcycle. So this week I wanted to share with you a couple of things that I've changed on the Goldwing. Hopefully it'll give you some ideas of things that you can do to your own motorcycle if you're having some of these problems. And we're going to take a little mini road trip. My first one on the Goldwing, we'll take an overnight trip. We'll ride down to College Station, Texas, about 3.5 hours from here. And we'll see some sights along the way. And I'll introduce you to a custom seat builder who helped me address one of the issues with my Goldwing. So let's get out of the garage. Let's get geared up. And let's head towards College Station, Texas. One of the first things you learn about the Honda Goldwing is you can eat up some miles on this thing. It's really designed for the long haul. You can sit in relative comfort and get down the road, get where you need to go. But designing a motorcycle's got to be an impossible task because unlike a car, there are so many variables that play into your comfort on a motorcycle. That rider triangle that we talked about earlier is a key part of that. And one of the first things that I addressed was foot position. Now the stock foot position was very good for me, but I like to have options. You guys that follow the channel closely know that I've got bad knees, so being able to stretch my legs out was a huge advantage for me, but because of the design of the Goldwing, you can't really do that using the stock pegs. So I added these foot pegs from Rivco that allow me to stretch my legs out, get in a more comfortable position, or at least change my position from time to time as I'm going down the road. So do some research for your motorcycle, find a forum that's specific to your type of motorcycle, and ask around. I'm sure there's some foot pegs that will allow you to change position, and it can make a huge difference in your comfort. For me, at about an hour, if I'm on the bike for more than an hour, I like to have some options on where I place my feet. And these Rivco pegs have worked very well to give me just that, some options going down the road and allowing me to stretch my legs out a bit. Being totally honest, there's not really a whole lot to see between Fort Worth, Texas and College Station, Texas. But there was one thing that I was interested in on the trip once I got to College Station, and that was making a visit to Texas World Speedway. So I put this little piece together. I thought it would be cool to take a trip back in time, look at this old racetrack in its heyday, and give you guys a view of what it looks like today.
They come to the line, getting ready for the green flag. Out of turn 4. There's the start. Sneva presses, but coming to the lead is A.J. Foyt. Mears coming up from the inside and around his teammate. The field in turn 2. Foyt is your leader. Mears is in second.
should be Rutherford third, right?
Be Johnny Rutherford in third.
Looks like Tom really didn't get a very good start.
Tom Sneva is in fourth. First four cars about 2 seconds apart, completing the first of 100 laps. Dallenbach running in fifth. Talk about speed. It's a good 200 miles an hour plus as they complete lap one with number one, and A.J. Foyt is in front. A.J. wanted to say nothing about this controversy.
Originally built in 1969, Texas World Speedway, which is right outside of College Station, Texas, has hosted IndyCar races, NASCAR races. Some of the guys that you may have heard of that have won races here: Al Unser, A.J. Foyt, Richard Petty, and Darrell Waltrip have all won races here at Texas World Speedway. It was eventually shut down, and you can see it's in the process of being dismantled now. But I thought it would be cool to come out here and look at this old racetrack and get some footage of it before it's totally gone.
3-second advantage as they go down the back straightaway.
Gordy is seventh.
Gordon Johncock from 15th into 7th position. Here's your leader, A.J. Foyt, at turn 3. The Foyt Coyote just skimming down through there. Ground effects of that car just holding it right down on the track.
For me, being able to see things like that out on a motorcycle road trip is what riding is all about. Not getting in a big hurry, slowing down, taking time to look at a few of the sights, and sometimes seeing things that you may not ever get to see again. But the purpose of this road trip was to really go see a guy named John at Bike Solutions, who was going to work on the second part of that rider triangle for me, and that was the seat. So let me introduce you to John from Bike Solutions, and he's going to perform a Wingsoft upgrade to my Goldwing seat. And after he gets done, I'll ride back to Fort Worth, and I'll share some thoughts and ideas with the changes that John has made to the seat. I'm here with John with Bike Solutions LLC. He's going to do this Wingsoft upgrade for me today. This is my seat that he's going to work on, and you can see in the background is a seat that's already had the Wingsoft done to it. And John's going to run through basically what he's going to do to the seat, what the problems with the seat are, and how we can make the seat on your Goldwing a lot more comfortable.
Okay,
John?
great. Well, thanks for stopping by and thanks for watching. The biggest problem I had, a lot of people know that I actually am a Goldwing rider. I own my own Goldwing, and the only way for me to develop a seat for the bike is to own the bike and experience the same issues that a lot of other people are having. And when I bought my bike, I started out not knowing if it even needed modifying, but I discovered in about an hour that it did. About an hour, hour and a half was about all I could get out of it before I just had to get off because it was too uncomfortable. The issues that I've had with the stock seat, and that a lot of people have had with the stock seat, for one, it has no shape to it, and it's about as hard as a stadium bleacher. I mean, if you think sitting watching a football game is perfectly comfortable, then you're probably going to love that stock seat because it's just as hard as a rock, and it has no shape to it. A lot of people, the complaints that I get is the fact that it is hard. And the other issue I have with this seat is the way they molded this backrest. You do have heater elements here, and there is a heater element back here, and it's like they recessed that heater element into the foam, and in doing so, they created a lip, and it's actually molded into the backrest where the backrest comes down, it bows out, and then it comes square. So you have literally a lip right here on the bottom, and if you're sitting all the way up against the backrest, you end up having to sit right on that lip, and it's literally like somebody sticking a rope right along the back of the seat. It causes a lot of tailbone pain and a lot of issues. And so the main thing I do a lot of times, about on 80% of the seats that I work on, I end up removing that lip, and you can see on this seat how it goes completely straight up and down because that lip is removed, and getting rid of this gets rid of a lot of the tailbone pain, a lot of tailbone issues that people have. The other issue that people have with the seat are the co-rider. If you notice how flat this is back here, they're using the same material on the driver's side as they are on everything, and there's just nothing to this. In fact, on the sides here, if you push, you can actually feel the pan. So on this seat, what I've done is I've redone the foam on it, redid the density, and I've added to it so where you see that this is raised up, and now you have a lot more cushion to sit on, and it provides the co-rider with a lot more relief. The nice thing about this is I can modify just the driver's side for $300. It's $299. So if you're just driving a solo rider, you don't have anyone with you, you don't have to spend $800 or $1,000 or $1,500 on a complete custom seat. I can modify this one for $300. To do everything, driver, passenger backrest, you're looking at about $500 to do the entire thing. So there's really nothing, you already own a seat. You just need that seat to be comfortable. And we can make it comfortable for about half the price of a custom seat.
It took John about an hour to make his changes to the seat. We got the seat installed back on the Goldwing, and I headed back to Fort Worth. So what did I think about the Wingsoft modification? Well, I rode 2 identical trips to and from Fort Worth to College Station before and after the Wingsoft modification. And prior to the mod, I was good for about an hour before I was ready to get off the seat. On the ride home, I rode about 3 hours before I was ready for a change in position. You probably don't want to ride much more than that in one stretch anyway without stretching your legs. So I would say that the modifications were well worth the trip to College Station to see John, and he was very accommodating to schedule a ride-in for me, which saves in the shipping costs, or you can ship your seat directly to him, and he promises a 24 to 48 hour turnaround before the seat's back in the mail and on its way back to you. So if you're a Goldwing owner, this should be something that you look into if you're having problems with the seat like I was. It makes a good difference in the comfort of the seat, and it's also one of the most cost-effective means to do so. Being comfortable on a motorcycle has a direct impact on your ability to stay safe on a motorcycle. Whether it's your gear or the motorcycle itself, if you're not comfortable, you're going to begin focusing more on that than riding down the road and paying attention to what you need to be paying attention to. So I thought I'd share this week some things that I've done to the Goldwing to make it more comfortable for me, and hopefully it spurred some ideas for you on your particular motorcycle, some things that you can research and begin to look into, and how to make your motorcycle fit you better for those long days in the saddle, to help you get more miles, enjoy it more, but most importantly to stay focused on the road as you're riding. So I hope you found this video useful. Till next week, guys, this is Kevin with MCrider, and we'll see you on the road. There are multiple ways to support the channel. You can become a member on YouTube at mcrider.com/member, or support the channel through Patreon at mcrider.com/support. Either way, you'll get full access to the forum and the field guides, which will further the training that we release here on a weekly basis.